Hello, hi, hope you are well and doing great. Here we are with a very short video that is dealing with textuality and some of the domains of textuality. Now, first of all, we are going to talk about some of the definitions of textuality that has been given by different linguists, or you could say discourse analysts. First of all, as by Newbert and Shu, they define textuality as the complex set of features. There are certain features of a text that make our text textual. If we do not have those features, then our text wouldn't be textual. Textuality in linguistics and literary studies is the property by which successive sentences form a coherent text in contrast to random sequence. If we do not have those complex set of features, then it wouldn't be possible for any text to have a coherent whole, to become a coherent whole, to become a cohesive text, then otherwise it would be a random sequence. Other than this, it is the property that an object of complex linguistics assumes when it reflects certain social and communicative constraints. When we are writing a text, we have to follow certain standards of text, and those are 7 standards of textuality. We are going to talk about those standards in our upcoming video. And if we are going to follow those standards, first of all, our text would be coherent and cohesive. And other than that, when we follow those standards, there is also reference to social and communicative constraints. We are particularly following linguistic patterns. We are following some social norms. Might be we are deviating from them, but there must be some norms that would be followed. So that also deals with textuality, and that also comes in the domain of textuality. What is the aim of textuality? Textuality aims to help readers uh, understand the text through linguistic and textual patterns. There are certain patterns used in every text, and reader are able to, or if you are able to understand this text, why? Because you are reading what I have written, or you are listening what patterns I'm talking about. It has to do with the material and social conditions for producing and disseminating text. It also helps us to explain how literary meaning comes about by choosing a specific language and patterns in comparison to other patterns, or how do we foreground a text. What is foregrounding? I have talked about this in detail in one of my videos, and you could watch that video. I have talked about sources of foregrounding as well. Okay, now coming up to the last slide of this presentation, and that is texture, structure, and context. These three are the domains of textuality. First of all, what is texture? Texture is what makes the text unified as a whole. What makes the text gives the text single meaning, and this is only possible through certain devices of texture, and those are cohesion and coherence. Now, if you just look at it, what holds the clauses of a text together to give them unity, this was defined by Halliday and Hassan, and this concept was also given by Halliday and Hassan related to texture. Other than this, structure, another source from which texts derive their cohesion and acquire the necessary coherence, is structure. This assists us in our attempt to perceive specific compositional plans in what otherwise would only be disconnected sequences of sentences. If we do not have structure, if we do not have texture in any text, then our text does not work properly, and then it would be tough for the readers to understand it. For example, if you just simply say that the texture provides you an outline that what words I could use, I have just made a sketch in my mind in order to write an essay. But when I have followed the particular structures, now those are in my mind, and by following those structures, when I jot down all the details about the essay, that would deal with structure. Now, I haven't talked about context. Context is in dealing with structure, we rely on higher order contextual factors that actually determine what choices do I have to use. For example, if I am present at the barber shop, would I say I need to sew my clothes? I would say I need to have my hair cut. So context determines the structure and texture of any text. So that was all about the domains of textuality. I hope so you have understood what is textuality and what are the aims of textuality and what are the three basic domains of textual. That's all for today. If you have any question and query, you can type in the comment box, but for that you have to like and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.